Now I'm going to remove the wheel, use a 17mm socket, take the lug bolts out. When I get to the last one, I'm going to hold the wheel, take it off, grab the wheel, and slide it off. Now we're going to take off the sway bar link nut, use a 17mm socket, get right here. And then the stud is spinning, so what we're going to have to do is use some locking pliers on the back side. Right. Now with that locked on, you can loosen this up. There we go. Now slide the link out. Now we're going to remove the grommet for the brake hose, disconnect that from this bracket. Just grab it, twist it a little bit, slide that out of the way. Take this wheel speed sensor wire off, just disconnect that, and slide it to the side, just like that. Now take this nut and bolt out, use an 18mm socket and an 18mm wrench, loosen that up. If you have to, just use a punch and just pop that bolt out. Now take a large punch and hammer right at the top of the knuckle. You want to punch this down and separate the strut from the knuckle. Now that's separated, you just want to make sure not to have too much tension on the brake hose or any of these wires. Up top, we're going to take these nuts off. Use a 13mm socket. Once you go to take the last one off, I'm going to grab the strut assembly from underneath. Just support it. And just wiggle it out. Slide it out. Now we're just going to slide this in position. Keep note of this little marker tab. There is an extra hole that needs to line up with. Just slide this in like this. And get the other nuts started. You want to leave these loose for now, so it's easier to position from underneath. And just get this lined up properly. There is this little tab on the back side that you want to get lined up with the slot in the knuckle. So spin that, get that in position. And then underneath, you want to take a floor jack, and then you can support the lower control arm and raise it up. Just giving it a little tap. So it's all the way down. Now we can put this bolt in, get that started. Put the nut on. Snug that up first. And I want to torque that to 74 foot-pounds. And we'll tighten these down. You want to torque these to 25 foot-pounds. Now I can lower the floor jack. Now slide the wires for the wheel speed sensor back in the bracket. And then the brake hose, slide that in this bracket where the grommet is. And take the upper part of the sway bar link, slide that through the bracket of the strut. Take the nut, get that started. Now I'm going to use a hex key, a 3/16 for the stud to prevent it from spinning. And then use a 15mm wrench, tighten the nut down. Now we're going to torque this to 41 foot-pounds. And put the wheel on. Put the lug bolts in, get those started. Now I'm going to torque the lug nuts to 110 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check.